Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. Today we've got a 2 versus 2 on Tartarus Centre. Over in the Eldar corner we have got Mads 3 Iman Smiley Face and his teammate Mads D-Star playing as the Orks. We have got on the opposing team, however, Based playing as the Dark Eldar, and we have got his team colleague and fellow space elf FrenetIc playing as the regular old Eldar. So this is quite an exciting match, considering as well that last time we saw a 2 vs 2 with 2 mad players. They both played as Tau, and they absolutely ruffle-stomped. I do believe it was a Necron and Space Marine team, so we will have to see if they are able to replicate their previous glory on this channel. Do quite like the concept of elf on elf. We are going to see some rangers, and some... Oh, we're also going to see some rangers from the Mad Elves as well, so that's quite cool. A mirror opening. Orks, I imagine, probably going to do their usual shooter boys, and... Ah, there we go, shooter boys, and a big mech. Now, the Dark Eldar, it's always interesting to see how they open. I'm going to go for an Archon, and some Mandrakes. Obviously, you do sometimes see them going for Hellions. Although I imagine against the Orks, with all the shooter boys and whatnot, you can't really get around them to do all the flanking and whatnot. The shooter boys are kind of everywhere, and it is a very compact map. So maybe Archon and Mandrakes are the way forward. We are seeing this Chad Burnsinger jumping in, preventing these southern rangers from firing. These guys, the Mad Elves, are going to be upgraded with their infiltration research. Going to see a Farseer coming from the Purple Elves. Well, mind you, Rangers aren't all that ideal against going up against these listening shrines, and all these guys really need to do is keep out their distance for the early moments and wait for that Farseer to come out before they do any business and damage. Shooter Boy's having a look and a sniff at this Tower of Loathing. Archon is out. I've seen the Big Mech teleport over yonder as these Mandrakes take something on the chin. Grot's also going to join in, giving them the old sneaky stabby in the backside. Mandrakes narrowly avoiding a full-blown squad wipe over there. As this Archon fearlessly charges in. No Incubi to provide him safety and succor. He's just going to get repeatedly backhanded in the face by the Big Mech. Doesn't seem to mind that. Although probably will want to attach himself to a squad at some point. Although he will absorb some of the help of these shooter boys, which is what we definitely like to see. Farseer are going to charge in and try and disrupt these Guardians from capturing that strategic point over there. Morale being broken from these Rangers. Ranger on Ranger action. There is a morale battle to be had. But yeah, this Farseer doesn't mind. She will try and do what she can to occupy these guys as much as possible, as these Rangers do decap this strategic point over yonder. Managing to get this decap on the Relic as the Dark Eldar player. Incubi also joining the Archon. Pure nuisance is this Southern Eldar player being to 3 men. These Rangers are saying, Pardon, je ne comprends pas le français, je suis anglais. As they try and disengage from the fight. Slugger Boys moving into support. But the Guardians don't seem to mind. Farseer just kind of just BTFOing them, just knocking them on their backside and running straight past them. Are seeing a Reaper Aspect Stone add-on. Oh, there we go, we are. And the Dark Reapers are there. That will probably be a swan song for these Rangers. Can't really win in a ranged engagement against the Rangers if they are occupied in close combat. There we go, look at that. Orks and Eldar working in tandem. It's like the war in heaven. Farseer popping a Mind War on one of these Dark Reapers, because we'll sod those guys. We're not quite getting not quite killing them all with one Mind War, which is an interesting turn of events. Do have these French Guardians going up against these Southern Guardians. We'll probably get a squad wipe by the time they capture that Relic. Seeing a lot of shooter boys over here going up against the Archon. There's not an engagement he wants to take part in. Will be shot to smithereens very, very quickly. Now send that boy back home. Not what we want. Rangers finally being pushed out. Farseer, still full health there, but not really wanting to go up against Dark Reapers, Guardians, and Rangers. Incubi being turned into a fine red paste by the big mech. Archon still holding on for a little while, being supported by the Tower of Loathing, but will probably want to get out there ASAP as some French elf support moves in the form of Rangers, Dark Reapers and Guardians. Yeah, the Archon not feeling it, will more or less die, and a killing blow by this teleporting big mech, as I do believe that was a full Dark Eldar army at wipe. Oh no, they've still got some Mandrakes over yonder, but still not in a brilliant position. Oh, they are going to go for tier 2. That's probably why we're not seeing that many more in the way of units at the moment. Tier 2 for the Southern Elves as well. So while these forces on the field at the moment do... Well, I mean, they do have map control. There's nothing that the Dark Eldar and South Eldar can really do. But it's all going to be about what they do in tier 2, I guess. I was thinking Witch Cult Arena, so I imagine witches are the way forward. Let's have a look at the economy. 68 and 30 and 19 and 10 for the Northern team, whereas 74 and 20, soon to be 70, well, soon to be less than that for the Dark Eldar player, and 80 and 30 for the Southern Eldar. So not too bad. I will say a bit of a... Now the Southern team, even though that they are in tier 2 now, they are in a bit of a precarious situation. I mean, it will all go down to how they play their more elite units. I mean, witches, absolutely lethal, can slice their way through almost anything, especially when they pop those drugs. But then this is a lot of things to chop through. FrenetIc will go for a Reaper Aspect Stone add-on. Also going to go for reinforced armor. I do believe that we saw enhanced optics as well. So their Dark Reapers will be quite lethal to deal with. Enhanced optics also going to go for the French elves. And we are seeing... What's going on over here? We are seeing some Rangers sneaking around the backside. Maybe going Burnsinger hunting. Do have Guardians over here capturing a critical location. And yeah, if the Mad team knew how little that the Dark Eldar had, they could easily just push in, but they're not. Just trying to consolidate their holdings in the middle, which, to be fair, isn't a terrible idea. Which is decapping a strategic point. Mad unsure of what their next move is by the looks of things. Support platform being popped down here.
Danger has found us.
Farseer just being a nuisance. We do have some support portals, a Falcon Grav Tank, and a Falcon Grav Tank as well. These Eldar players really copying each other. Got some French Rangers being absolutely every single ability under the sun being done to them. Almost fully wipes out as a Harlequin also joins in the fray. Witches equipped with their... Oh, so not these aren't the witches, these are the Archons. Equipped with their poison blades, doing damage over time and whatnot. And it's just an absolute scrum. Absolute chaos and madness. Archon losing both his incubi will want to get those back online.
The future is clouded and uncertain.
And yeah, it was the Southern team managed to do a lot with very little, to be honest. Losing the Archon there. Falcon Grav Tank doing an epic jump from 5 feet away. Got some... Oh, heaven forbid, we've got some warp spiders. Don't normally see them this early in the game. Warp spiders will certainly do a lot. Falcon Grav Tank on Falcon Grav Tank action going on the right flank here. So Burnsinger goes down. Oh dear, just before that support platform was finished. Not sure if warp spiders was the way forward, to be honest. As, I mean, don't get me wrong, they are amazing at ranged.
We are under enemy fire.
But I imagine a couple of more Dark Reapers would have been the play to make. Being able to hold the line and out DPS these shooter boys with their big shooters. But, in saying that, they are pushing them back.
The warp quickens, but we return to the fight.
It's always hard to comment on the
What we have seen
strategies
with our eyes.
in 2v2s or anything more, because kind of strategy just goes out the window, really. It does seem that the Orc player is relying on being a more supportive player at the moment with these shooter boys. What's his tech like at the moment? Hasn't quite got into tier 2 yet. Will be in tier 2 nearly soon. But yeah, just focusing on those big shooter squads. Has got 3 of them. They're planning to bring on the big Daka. Eldar player going into tier 3. It all goes a little bit quiet. What's the Dark Eldar player doing at the moment? Going for Homunculus. Wonderful support hero. Able to add general debuffs and area effect nonsense to everyone around him. A French Falcon Grav tank charging in, but maybe a little bit too much, as this support platform is slow but surely artillerying down that listing post. Are seeing a Witch Squad and an Archon replete with 3 Incubi. Not ready to get in there just yet. Losing another 2 LPs. I'm going to go for a second Witch Squad as well. But I imagine that's the Dark Eldar's plan, is just be the pure glass cannon. Moving as quickly as he can, kill as many things as he can, and hope that the Eldar ally can move in and support. But they don't have all that much. I mean, they are over here. The Warp Spiders are being a nuisance and a pain. Doing what they can. Also have a Falcon Grav tank in here, being a pain in the Eldar base. But oh dear, we've got triple Warp Spiders. So actually, yeah, these guys, along with the what do you call them? Along with the witches, also these Warp Spiders taking some drugs. Corruption going down here. Chubo's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as they've been fully surrounded. Big Mech teleporting out of there. But the Orc army is not looking all that fresh and fancy. These Warp Spiders huffing the Space Cocaine will do a serious amount of damage compared to what they would normally be able to do. They teleport and chase after that Big Mech. Big Mech jumps to the war truck and flees the scene of combat. Yeah, I didn't even consider the idea of witches being able to give the Eldar their combat drugs buff. Phenomenal stuff. What a wonderful play right there. So the Warp Spiders are going to continue pressing the assault, gaining their momentum. Got some French Warp Spiders over here now, and a Wraith Lord armed with a Bright Lance. Yeah, I imagine that it'll be just like what we saw the Northern team do. They'll try and consolidate this middle space, attacking these easy to kill listening shrines and listening posts. Double war trucks moving forward. We also have the oh dear, the FrenetIc Rangers being killed. And the FrenetIc Falcon Grav tank taking out listening post. But will be shot by this Falcon Grav tank. Will be shot by the Wraith Lord with its Bright Lance. Critical location attempting to be captured down here by the Southern Elves, but will be pushed off. And now this is all again about positioning. Got a lot of war trucks. Not much in the way of anti-vehicle stuff from the Southern Elves. Wonderful use of teleportation from both players here. Aggressive movements from FrenetIc. Defensive teleports from Freeman. Archon with his big shooter on him. Or splint cannon, whatever you call it.
This is my war trap. Pretty nice, huh?
can see some support platforms being popped down here. A stun going on these warp spiders. Full-blown purple stuff going on. As everyone charges in. War truck focus firing. One unit at a time. It's hard really to tell who's getting the upper hand here. I'm hearing the sounds of a lot of dead elves, but yeah, all these warp spiders are dead. You have a southern elf Wraith Lord moving in. 3-man's Wraith Lord, they're going to punch these warp spiders in the face, managing to get squad wipe there. And yeah, it does seem like a fairly even trade in that combat. Lots of dead warp spiders on either side of the battle. But yeah, a little bit of a slug there. I can see Orks going to go for tier 3. Nothing major coming out. Ah, they are going to go for some Storm Boys. Yeah, Storm Boys might be the way forward. War trucks tanking what they can, firing away at the squishy infantry of the Eldar and the Dark Eldar. Storm Boys going to jump in, hopefully distract these warp spiders. I imagine from the Dark Eldar perspective, he's going to go for tier 3. Going to go for more witches. Probably warp beasts. I imagine that's the way they're going to go for it. If I was a betting man, which I certainly am not on this Christmas holiday season. Another engagement being set up. The war trucks repositioning themselves, not wanting to get involved in too much too fast. Gonna wait for both allies to get ready. Storm Boys jumping behind. Gonna see some tank busters as well. Hopefully gonna take care of these Wraith Lords. And it's all about to kick off. All spiders having a look at these war banners. Wraith Lord moving forward. And yeah, we've got full-blown warp storm going on over there as well. Attached on all 3 of those warp spiders, but they are going to go around the backside. They're going to try and focus fire on anything that they can, but the witches will turn their attention towards these guys. Will do damage to absolutely everyone in this sphere of influence there. Killing and maiming ally and enemy alike. It's a brave manoeuvre. Not sure if it works out there. It does seem that the majority of the French warp spiders have survived. Also got a Seer Council for 3-man. And yeah, they have reclaimed the centre of the map. Not much in the way of Dark Elves left. What beast there? And some more warp beasts on the way. Quite tanky beasts. But then again, that's a lot of range fire coming out from the war trucks. Elves are gonna, well, Southern Elves are gonna move in for long range support.
6 minutes until taking.
But this is a lot of Eldari for the warp beasts to eat their way through. Homunculus as well, also not looking too fresh. Big Mech zapping a couple of these rifts. But has he zapped them all? Is that an AoE zap? Oh, it did seem like it. Oh, okay. You learn something new every day, boys and girls. Anyway, the Dark Eldar player, not looking very happy. He's going to lose his Cabal Fortress. So it does look like, unless he can rebuild it somewhere else.
Don't touch their teeth.
Ah, yeah, he is going to rebuild it, so that is something. But now it's more or less a 2v1, and there's a sheer amount of firepower going on here. Doesn't look like the Southern Elves can really do all that much.
5 minutes until taking more victory.
So while things do look a bit one-sided, a bit of a conclusion, I will just say that either tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to have a Ultimate Apocalypse themed game being uploaded. I won't tell you the theme again because I want to leave it as a surprise, but it's a very good theme. I'm going to do the whole epic intro again and whatnot because that was quite fun to do. Also, I'm thinking this Sunday being Christmas, I'm going to upload a video on that day. I mean, I'm not going to upload, I'm going to schedule a game for it. Now, what would be the best time, GMT, to upload it? I'm thinking like about 10 o'clock in the morning, you know, before the family comes round, like after the kids have opened the presents, and, you know, there's that lull bit, or, you know, there's nothing really to do. Also, I'm thinking for, like, people, like, don't have, like, people to hang out with on Christmas, because, I mean, not all of us are blessed to have friends and family during this difficult time, for some people. So I'm thinking about 10 o'clock in the morning. That's my idea anyway, but if there is a preference for you GMT-wise, please do let us know. Anyway, yeah, everyone's dying. Mad seems to have pulled it out the bag. But I mean, there was a wonderful back and forth in the middle during the mid-game here. Wonderful to see from all sides of the teams here. Anyway, if you want to join, if you want to support the channel, please do consider having a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month does give you one extra game a week. Man's been Mr. Lunchart. Pleasure as always, never short. Now we'll see you in a bit. Peace.